Hello, my name is Zhatelier and welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode we just started a fresh run and we're actually only just like 2 rounds in. It's currently spring, so I'm guessing it's... right, so it's got 7 rounds per year. Alright then, that's actually good to know, So we are actually, if we have a look at the map, the 3D map, we do actually know quite a bit of the terrain in here. Already of the planet. We don't know all of it, but we know a decent chunk of it. And there's a ocean to the northwest, ocean to the southwest. We don't know exactly how it goes. Like, this is just what we know, the highlighted area. And then that is just a prediction of how it goes, but it's not necessarily accurate yet. Do we actually have any more spies by me? Oh yeah, we do. Gonna cost us a little bit extra, but let's see. There is rotator appliance. There's the high truck, which we've got 2 spies already. There's the Otter Howitzer, and then there's the 2 sea zones. So Rotator Appliance will just go ahead and send a spy there, and then we can get a bit of intel about that place as well. It's not going to give us like a massive amount of intel, but it does give us a bit of a... Oh, there we go. There's a forest. Okay, so this area could well be our source of power then. Right, we did our fighting last round. So let's go ahead. Oh, and did we... Yeah, we did move that already. Alright, let's get to the next round then. Oh, there's a bit of movement. Oh. Okay, so. Alright, so time of confidence, gain volunteerism. An admin level risen to level 4, and we've got another fate stratagem pack. So we've got... Oh, right, we can get 1,000 credits if need be. Or a medium tank. Crown Republic medium tanks. Pretty good, pretty good. Head injury. One of your more charismatic leaders suffers a cerebral head injury, gain 1 fate point. And there's gladiators. We're not afraid of death. Let us fight each other. You'll enjoy it. So it's just to make the people somewhat happy. Keep them distracted, I suppose you could say. And then we've got another spy, and we can recruit a mercenary. Fairly decent for warfare. Alright, so there's a bit of movement down here. Looks like the enemy is moving away a little bit. There's also a unit down this way, which I'm going to go ahead and send in this particular mechanized unit down there to intercept. Was there any combats by chance? I guess the answer is no. If we just backtrack a little bit. So we know that... Ah, right, so there was... Hold on. So that moved through over there from this desert area. Then there's a unit appeared from the mountains. And it's, well, I suppose that's the one that we intercepted. Then the unit over there moved to the southwest and moved along the road somewhere. We don't know where exactly. And the other one moved onto the road, probably trying to move further out as well. So we do actually know that the ocean does continue quite a bit in there. And there's the high truck. We don't know about any other major regions yet, as far as I know. Oh, there's a bit of glacier over here. Oh, there is someone in here. Could be that that is a... Actually, let me have a look at the colonization. 3 zones. Oh, well, there's also some... Right, there's going to be some animals over here, I reckon, as well. Mostly sea creatures, by the looks of it. Ah, propeller and jet engines are going to be best for the aircraft. That's also quite a good thing to note, is what sort of planes should be used in the planet that you're in. But we can see that there's someone in here. We don't know who it is. It's unfriendly, though, so it's... It could well be a rival empire already. We just don't know yet. What we do know, though, is there is still the rifle militia down here. I'm just going to go ahead and keep on pummeling them with range attacks. Maybe they'll either move away, or we can just weaken them enough that we can then just push them out. Right now, I'm a bit wary of attacking with the troops. Admittedly, the artillery does do a bit more damage when you're attacking, because the proper attacks will actually give you a bit more intel on the fight, and the better intel you have on the enemy, the better it's going to be. Now, of course, you can get more intel by getting, like, recon units, for example, like scout cars and that sort of things. But we don't have those yet. Now, I do wonder, how is our population increasing? It is actually... Right, the worker numbers are increasing a lot. Free folk is going down, but the population itself is growing quite a bit. We do have a decent bit of... oh, we're still going to the 500 per... Oh, right, so that didn't... right, that didn't save. Never mind. We did change the names, and then that reset the stuff that we had on the orders page there. Oh, well. Let's have a quick look at the spies. Is there any other targets? So there's the appliance thing. And then there's those three. There are 3 different sea zones kind of surrounding our, well, our landmass over here, I guess. I think the Rotor Appliance is going to get another spy there.
Order acknowledged.
There we go, that succeeded. We don't have currently any production to really increase our military size at all. The recycling is, or recycling facility that we're building is about a quarter of the way done. It'll need quite a bit more than that, but I suppose we won't need any more machine production quite yet. Eventually, there are buildings that will actually produce the machines for you, but they will, of course, have an input of the materials needed, but it is still going to be much more effective than doing the artisanal production of machines. But that's something to look forward to, and there is, yeah, there's definitely quite a bit of forest down here. We could use that as a early sort of fuel for our needs, or power needs, which right now we still are getting power. We are unfortunately losing a bit of food. And that might partially actually be because the population is starting to increase quite a bit in the city. The Free Folk, I don't think, actually need food. They got their own way of sourcing the food, I suppose. Essentially. Did we... No, we didn't move this one yet. But it's too weak now to actually get anything, so there's not going to be much that we can get in here, unfortunately. I mean, unless we turn this into a new... Actually, I don't think we can turn that into a new zone. No, probably not. Alright then, well, I'm just going to quickly have a look at the Economic Council again. So we've got a 43 points there already. I don't remember exactly how much we need to get the discoveries, though. Let's see, Technology Overview. Right, so that shows us the techs there that we currently have, or that have been discovered. How's the cash flow looking like? Probably actually better just have a look at the dashboard. So we are still getting some credits. Not much, mind you, but we're still getting some of the bureaucracy points we're getting a decent bit. And that seems to be still growing a bit further. So I'm guessing that's going to be a fairly good boost for our discovery then. Eventually we'll get a tech, but I think it might be like 200 points or something like that we need to get. Or roughly there. It's there's probably a few things that will affect it, or several things that will affect it as well along the way. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get to the next round, shall we? It's going to be a bit of a slow pace initially. At some... Oh, there we go. We got attacked. We killed some of the rifle militia. Now we got attack on the road there as well, and we got pushed back. Oh, it's a cavalry unit. Okay. So lost... oh, we killed 100 infantry. We lost 100 infantry and 20 motorized. So that was a bit of a bad round. Hey, we discovered a power plant. Okay, so it was actually probably just the 50 points then that we needed for the discovery. But yeah, that would be a good way to get energy, so we'll definitely want to research that one. Okay, a few more stratagems. We have no machines right now, but that's alright. So that one called pushback. Oh, we got a new... Right, we got a new unit. I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the ruins over here, just make sure that we don't lose that one. And we'll go ahead and clear out some of this. And I think this unit is... if I remember correctly, there's... let's just grab these units.
Affirmative.
Which means that there is... Actually, I don't know. They have been disbanded now. Because I'd rather just not have to worry about them right now. The mission for a personal guard. Governor Spike, okay. Let's have a look. Autocracy? I don't know about that. I think we're not actually going to allow private armies. I know that the Governor of Spike is going to be a bit upset about that, but that's going to make the leader of the First Supreme Headquarters somewhat happy. So I think we're just going to try to keep some of the... or balance the relations with the leaders and all that. Policy speech. The Senate and your subjects are eager to hear about your short-term priorities. A choice between the following 3 goals is expected. Average relation with other regimes reaches 41. Goals is average education of your zones reach at least 8 points. Or average entertainment of your zones reach at least 8 points. The only thing that I can reliably right now impact is the relation thing, and we haven't found anyone else yet. But you know what? We're just going to promise that we'll improve the education. Maybe that means that the... Oh yes, we'll start researching power plant. Now, eventually, once we get the university research, then we can affect the education score a bit further. But right now, we are somewhat limited on the possibilities there. Yeah, our infantry over here is not looking too strong. They do quite heavy casualties. We did at least get a fairly heavy unit in here, actually. They've got a bit of cavalry there. And looks like the enemy down here is looking a bit worse. I think it's time for us to just attack. Let's go and push them back. They do have a bit more troops than expected, and they are dealing a bit of damage to us. Some of our units are pulling back. Oh, but there we go. Some of them are surrendered.
Operation successful.
And we won the battle. There we go. We can take that one. And we can see that there is definitely someone else moving around in here. We don't know exactly what they have. Or who they are. Ah, actually we do now. Is that right? That's the... Ah, right. It's a major thing. Okay. Can I send a spy to Oleron? Actually, no, I can't. Wait, there's Weimar. Oh. Okay. So Oleron, Weimar, and I think there's one more somewhere. I don't know. Oh, cargo zoom. You know what? Let's go ahead and send a spy over there. Oh, a critical success even. So that's one rival. Which, admittedly, they got a solid battery there. What does that do? Oh, it's 30 energy. I mean, that's pretty good. They're also building a dome over here. Acrodome, that is. So they're trying to get a bit of power. Now, I do wonder, actually. Does the water... Oh, right. So the snow didn't actually melt entirely around here. There's a lot of places where we can get water around the year, essentially, then. Or, yeah, water through the snow. We are not quite halfway done with the recycling facility. It looks like, well, I suppose we're using the industrial points pretty heavily there still. I don't remember us having... No, we don't actually have an industry yet. Of course, that's going to require a bit of power, if I remember correctly. Let's double check the construction. The industry, there's industry. There is also a private sector might build some light industry. But this takes some power and it gives a decent bit of industrial points. It is a bit on the expensive side to build. But it is doable. At least we'll got ourselves another one of these towns in here. And I suppose with the major nations, or major regions, we do not need to worry about them attacking us. We are not at war from the get-go, I believe. But rather we'll be at peace. With the minor regions, you can actually kind of fight against them without being at war. Yeah, so that area is a little bit unfortunate there. We do still have quite a bit of troops, and it looks like the food situation is actually getting better already. And our population is increasing. Of course, we did get quite a bit of free folk from the town over here. Let's, I think, get to the next round, really. We might lose a little bit more ground on the northwest over here. I don't think we're going to be losing this town. Oh, and, okay, we lost a little bit of infantry there, but we held firm. Killed 200, lost 200 infantry. I suppose it could be worse. Right, some crime syndicate seems to be taking root. We do not have any regular troops yet. It's also morale might be not that great. All zone education points. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't think I have a lot of options for that quite yet. Oh, and there we go. The city is building a light industry. That's going to give us a bit of money and also a little bit of extra production. It's not going to be anything massive, but it will definitely help. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of problems down here, I reckon. Move that one in there. So we'll have a bit more troops defending, and I suppose what I could do... Let's go out and rain down some fire from two directions. That's the 30 artillery pieces, so it's a little bit damaged. Of course, the irregular artillery isn't all that great. We haven't really got onto the point where we're going to start designing our own stuff. I think it might be... So I know that there is going to be, in probably a few rounds, there is going to be the new organization thing on its own, but we're going to go and start another one already. And I think we're going to go for a... I think the military research is going to be quite important, so we'll go with that one. After that, we might go for the Model Design Council, so we can start designing slightly better units. So those will be a little bit more effective, hopefully. And then we'll, of course, need to start producing our own troops, but we don't have the production for that yet. So yeah, we'll go with the Military Research Council. We've got plenty of points to use on that one right now. Now, can I... Oh, there's Nassau over here, okay. So we could try to send a spy into Oleron, because those are the closest ones to us. Okay, we failed, but we did not get detected. I'm also going to recruit a military leader ahead of time now. So we'll have a extra leader for the military research council. Now, does the ruin... I suppose it does give us a fairly good entrenchment in there. Attack modifier isn't great, but defense modifier is alright. And I suppose the enemies... well, they got a lot of cavalry in there. They do have a little bit of infantry as well, but it's not quite as bad. I'm going to quickly go ahead and close off the border a little bit in here. To make sure that they don't cause too many issues for us. And let's head to the next round then, shall we? It seems to be still rather stable in terms of money. Ooh, we did get pushed back a little bit. We did at least inflict our casualties there. For the cost of 10 trucks. Okay, bureaucracy, get some new cards. I'm going to go ahead and send this one down here to make sure that the supply line stays open for the troops to the southeast. Or to the east. And military council, yes, that's not really a good... You know what, I'm going to go ahead and maybe get another... We'll just recruit a junior. They usually aren't that great in terms of rating. But I suppose Apollo over here is actually the better option of the two. Actually, no, right, CR, that was combat rating, right? I think. Yeah, I suppose we'll hire him. And then research, I suppose it doesn't matter too much right now. It can probably be 50-50. Because all of that is just going to go into the discovery anyway. And of course, I think if there is no... So, you won't be able to discover the things in the next category until we've gotten at least a little bit... I don't remember how much. I think it's like 3 things in the previous category. And then you can start discovering the things on the areas where it links to. So, once we got through the basic techs, we can then start discovering things on the engineering, chemistry... I could be misremembering that. I'm not entirely sure. Right, so we got attacked over here a little bit. Let's go ahead and give them a bit more range attack then. That seemed to do pretty good softening up the enemy there on the previous round. Considering that we did inflict a lot of casualties to them. We could double check the combats just in case. And we got no hits there. Right. That's a bit unfortunate. I could potentially move into infantry over here just to make sure that the enemy... unit over there is going to be slightly less of a problem, but it might still be quite a problem. Also, go ahead and move down here a tiny bit to clear out some of the area. Let's try to send another spy into our new neighbors over here. Oh, we still failed. Okay, we'll try something else then. So we did get to Cargo Zuma already. Faraway Cave. Oh, okay. Sure. So as we can see, the planet isn't all that massive. I mean, it's still fairly sizable, but it's not that massive this time around as it was in the previous run that I did in this game. But we have lost a town over there. That's rather unfortunate. Let's go ahead and try to retake that. We did at least get a decent bit of the population from there, but probably not all of it. Oh, not even nearly all of it. But regardless, the population did increase, and we just lost, 17,000 free folk. And the population itself is reducing a little bit, which is a bit unfortunate. Right, we've got a bit of crime level. The danger is pretty high. We've got some enemies nearby, which is definitely not helping us. I think next round what we'll do is we'll move this mechanized division over here to protect the road. Or mechanized battalion, I suppose. And then we'll move this one to protect the road to the north. So that way we can at least keep the supply route somewhat open, hopefully. And of course, if need be, we can bring this one in to start crushing the enemies a little bit and just send something else over here to defend the town. But it's very likely that the enemy will turn this into a bit of a combat, or the nation over here will turn things into a bit of a combat. How are we doing in terms of money right now? We are actually getting a decent bit. The political points, we're not getting quite as much. And then, protracted points, we're still getting a little bit more. We might be getting another discovery on the tech soon enough. The power plants are already at 22%. Not going to be too bad, and we got some discovery on the military already. Maybe not quite sufficiently. Oh, did we actually complete the... Oh, we did. Okay, I don't think we have quite enough points to create another unit, but let's raise a formation and just have a look. We'll probably want to have a headquarters. I think brigade level will be just fine. We could either... Yeah, we'll need quite a bit more points, but like the machine gun brigade or machine gun infantry brigade is actually not too bad. That's going to give us a essentially 5 battalions of units with I think it's 800 infantry and 200 machine guns each, and then there's the headquarters has another 500 infantry, so that wouldn't be too bad. Problem is that we still need, well, we got the recruits actually for that. We do have the metal for that, political points we do have for that, but we do not have the production for that yet, so we'll need to wait out. But we did get the light industry done, so next round we'll be getting a bit more production as well. Alright then, well, let's hope that we can hold on to the current positions and get to the next round, shall we? Our neighbor to the east is definitely taking over a lot of land. We didn't suffer any casualties. We did get attacked, though, over here, but it wasn't too bad. I'm going to go ahead and move this one down here. And move this one... Wait, is this a new unit? It could actually be. We don't have anyone guarding the town right now, so we'll move the mechanized unit there for a bit of rest, and then we'll go ahead and quickly push a bit further south. And then we'll probably try to get a little bit more on the north as well, before the borders are settled. We'll keep with the priorities right now as is still. Eventually we might want to do a bit of changes there, especially once we have more and more of the organizations. But right now, I think it's good enough. We could probably go ahead and still do... Oh, we still don't have quite enough production, but next round we can then form up our military unit, and we can then try to at least retake some of the north and west end areas over here, and maybe also try to push a little bit down south. But we shall see how it goes. Let's go ahead and do a bit of a range attack over here, shall we?
Open fire!
No, we did get ahead. Now, of course, one thing that I might want to do instead of waiting to get the full-on regiments and whatnot, I could raise a independent recon. Independent recons of 50 buggies. We've got just about stuff for that. So we'll raise that formation, because that's going to give us a lot more intel. We can use that to then use the artillery slightly more effectively in here. We could also, use that in later on as well. We might not really want to use that in combat as such. While they can do okay against infantry targets on like open terrain and all that, they're not really that great on their own, but they can be quite useful in providing the intel. So we got that one now. We're going to have to save up quite a bit of industrial points to set up the next one then, but that's fine. I wonder if that's going to try to push south or not. It might not. We still control part of this land, at least. So that's good, but let's get to the next round. No need to delay, and I think the research is coming along quite nicely. Oh, yeah, they managed to take some of that. There's a bit of combat, but oh, yeah, there we go. The enemy took a lot of losses. We did take a bit of losses over here to the north, and they attacked again. They pushed us back again, I think. Accomplished envoys. Ah, there we go. Discovered automatic rifle. It occurred to us that by lengthening the barrel of our rifles, we might substantially increase the muzzle speed. We don't say. Right, multi-unit formation, yeah. Low leader relation. Relation with Commander Totor Keynes is low, yeah, we may need to do something about that. We don't have industrial point production yet. And we don't have any machines yet. Or currently. Internet with lack of authority. I'm going to ignore the leader's actions right now. That might improve relations. Yep, there we go. Actually, no, I don't think it did. We'll start reaching the automatic rifles for sure. And protest and spike. Ooh, that's a lot of... we can't afford paying. We can try to calm down the protest by talking to them. That's a fairly high chance of failing. So I think we're going to just send in the troops right now. There was 200 troops and 1,400 protesters were killed. It's a bit unfortunate, but it happens. Requests in helping fight Syndic cells. An envoy from Paisanos has explained us that there are Syndic territories originating from their lands active in our cities. They request our cooperation in exterminating these cells. We could help them. That improves relations between the two of us. It will reduce the government a little bit. It's also going to make some of these leaders very angry. Or we could not do that. Government goes up, autocracy goes down, and the lead... That's a tricky one. I don't think we're quite ready to start a war against the neighbors, because if they get too angry, they will declare war on us. But I think we're just gonna... not gonna do that, regardless. Right, let's have a look at the battles real quick. So there was a battle over here. They attacked us. They took a lot of casualties, so that's good. Then they attacked us in the north. We took 300 casualties, and then they attacked us again, and they pushed us back even further. Wait, is this... Oh. Oh, we use these troops. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to get this in here. We've got now slightly better recon, right? How much do we actually have in here? Recon 69. Nice. Let's go ahead and do a bit of a range attack then. Now that we've got higher recon, we've got higher chance of actually hitting things. Oh yeah, there we go. We got a hit. We don't actually see any of the troops right now on the listing in here, so we don't have that great intel. So the max recon is 400. But yeah, right now we just don't have all that great. So I guess what we do need to do is we need to replenish troops. Ah, right, so we've got 100 machine guns. But we need a bit of these. So we'll produce those two. And then, no, we don't have the points to actually set up the machine gun stuff yet. Alright then, let's have a look at the dashboard again. So how's the power plant is 42%. We just started at the automatic rifle research. We do have a decent bit of political points. Let's have a look at the stratagems again. We could try to send some spies. Let's try to send one into our neighbor's territory again. Oh, we still failed. It's difficult to send stuff to the AI. Let's try to investigate a little bit over there so we can get a bit of a gauge on how much our rivals actually have in here. And also, I guess we can just keep on exploring further to the west so we know more and more of the areas. Right, we might be discovering another thing soon enough. But let's have a look at the... If we take a gander at the tech over here. So yeah, that is the ones that we've discovered. That's the ones that we've researched. Right, and there's, of course, there's texts that are binary text, so you either have it or you don't have it. And then there's some scaling text, which, you know, the more you have it, the better bonus you get from it. But then each, essentially each percentage point gets more and more expensive to get. So if we have a look at the stuff in here, I believe it's a lot of the things in the applied engineering, for example, I believe are not binary text. But then a lot of the stuff on the middle over here is binary text, and I think these were also largely not binary text. We haven't, well, I haven't ever gotten all of the text, mind you. The previous run we did manage to then eventually get things sorted out. I'm just going to go ahead and pull some of these troops back until we've gotten ourselves the new units, because right now the situation is rather dire. Go ahead and clear out a bit more, get a nice clean border over here with the neighbor. But yeah, we're currently fighting on the back foot, and we are definitely suffering for it. But I think the fact that we've now got recon in here should already make a bit of difference on the fighting. And I think soon enough we might be able to just attack that, but the artillery is hopefully useful regardless. But let's, oh, actually, I do see that we are more or less out of time. So we're going to have a look at what's going to happen next round tomorrow. But if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also get the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.